Now, to start off with, I've got a bit of a sore throat today, as I am sick again, because reasons, but I wanted to make a video today anyway talking about cryptocurrency, because it is something near and dear to my heart. Just looking at these, you might think, holy crap, crypto went up 40%. 10.7 trillion custodian have the blah, 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 blah. There's lots of positive news, but let's ignore that for a second, because I'm going to teach you the real deal about cryptocurrencies. I want you to have a look at every single one of these red marks here. Every single one of these red marks. Every one of them. Cryptocurrency has had a very shit time recently. And I mean, you can see that, right? Just how aggressive those downturns are. There are like 3 or 4 that have gone up. And I'm not here today to say don't trade in cryptocurrency, but I want to talk about my experience. Because cryptocurrency has basically been my first port of call with actually trading stocks. I started with Ethereum, because Ethereum is my favorite. You can see Ethereum has had a bit of a shit time recently. You may have noticed that in 2017, it went from here to fucking here. It was ridiculous, dude. That's 1300, 1400 USD. You know, that's insane. To put that in perspective, for us New Zealanders, that's about $2,000, $2,100 at the time. So if you had an Ethereum, like say at this point you bought like 10 Ethereum, you know, so you have $1,800 worth of Ethereum, that's a 4 times increase at this bit here. It's ridiculous. You would have ended up with about $7,000, $8,000. You know, that's in US dollars. You would have had about $12,000 New Zealand if you'd done that. You would have made a massive gain in the space of what? That was June. So in 6 months, you would have seen a 400 and something percentile increase. It was a ridiculous time. And then you can see here it shat the bed a little bit for a while. And this is where I bought in. I bought in about this time, and now we're about here again. So arguably I've just about broken even. Here it got pretty good. Here, again, that's like a massive increase. So I had about $700. I had about $1,000 New Zealand. I'd spent $600 and I'd made $1,000. So I'd made about 70% back. But then down here again, I'm breaking even. And so you could argue, well, why not take your stocks out now? One of the answers is because it is difficult to sell crypto in New Zealand. I could go through, actually hang on, you go through here I guess, but I'm not sure how much I trust it. This is KiwiCoin, and I had to do research because I originally had a job, full disclosure, at BitPrime, where I did work for them for about 4 or 5 months. And I don't have an issue with these guys, what they're doing. You can obviously make money off of that. I just don't know how you get that money transferred. I'd rather go through like a registered one. Whereas this is peer-to-peer trading. While you don't get a percentage, I mean these guys might actually, I don't know. You've got BitPrime here. What are BitPrime up to these days? I haven't looked at these guys in a while. Yeah, so they're still going. You can sell, but they take about 5% of your stuff you've gotten, so that's worth it. I mean, that's worth consideration. I would personally be happy to sell through Cryptopia. Exchange, trade and exchange security support. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying not to focus on the people here. I'm just saying it's difficult to sell it in New Zealand in a way that makes. Because the idea was that when I bought into this, I was expecting it to kind of at least go up 30%. Now it's August, right? Which is about here. So you're thinking, right, well, it's still above where it was in August, so you've still made a profit. And I guess that's a good point. You could argue, well, if I bought in November, then I'm still making a profit even in August. But here's the thing. If we look back at this, get rid of these. This is not positive. this is not positive. This scares the crap out of investors. When people invest money, generally they want a return of some description. And with cryptocurrency being so volatile, I think it's just developed a reputation where people are just basically buying it for the sake of having that, having the hodling mentality, or they might think, hey, let's just do a certain percentage a day. So like for me personally, I aim to trade up 2 a day. Like look at this, I mean far out. Ethereum Classic's just taken a nosedive. Yesterday it was doing pretty well. It seemed as if the last few days has been going in an upwards trajectory, but then it just shat the bed there. And that's because at some point, I think some point this month, start of August, people just sold off. So you can see there's a hell of a lot of selling off, especially around this time. I think it's because the start of the month is a time where people have to sort of adjust their expectations of what's going to happen with cryptocurrency. And I think that's a valuable experience. Personally, I bought into Binance Coin, which is one of the few coins that is going up. And so what I've noticed is there's a trend where Binance Coin will go against what a lot of these other ones will do, because Binance Coin is a good intermediary coin. But then I'll also keep money in Bitcoin, which I bought low. I'm hoping I bought low. I did buy low, right? Please tell me I bought low. Yeah, so I bought low, and I bought back here-ish, about 11 o'clock. And so like it's already gone up a tiny bit. And, you know, the thing is, I don't know if it's going to increase or decrease. All I know is that it's unfortunate, I think, if you feel that you expect it to behave like it did back last year. I don't think it's going to increase. I don't think there is a reason for it to increase. The novelty of seeing the coins rise consistently in value, I mean, this is the time where it's going to occur. Over the next 2 months especially will be important. I think that'll either make or break the cryptocurrencies, because half the market, I feel, is people trying to engage in that 400% gain again. And if they do not see that, if there's no FOMO, the cryptocurrency market is going to bottom out, and it's going to actually adjust back to realistic levels. The levels which people could have expected when people announced that cryptocurrencies would become another medium of currency exchange. I feel like the 2017 was just the year for it. It was just the year for massive gains, and a lot of people got incredibly lucky and incredibly rich in a short space of time. And as soon as the taxes came, I mean, you have a look at this, right? About April, right? About April was when it shat the bed, because that was around. If I go to like, if I shorten that, April, yeah. So people shat the bed a little bit because of the taxes, and then people had to pay tax, people had to sell it off, and so because they didn't want to hold on to that Bitcoin and get further scrutiny, so they sold it off. And I'm looking forward, sincerely looking forward to a time where as a community of people who invest in cryptocurrency, we can sort of cope with small gains at a time. The people that are able to trade cleverly will benefit regardless of the situation, and that's why I'm trying to trade cleverly. Like again, I've got my money in Bitcoin and Binance Coin, and that's because even if Bitcoin shits the bed more, I know that if Bitcoin shits it, Binance is going to increase, and vice versa. If Binance Coin goes down, Bitcoin is probably going back up. I'm looking forward to the next couple of months, but with a cautious optimism. I don't think there's going to be the rise, and I think that's sort of a disclaimer to anyone wanting to invest in cryptocurrency. If you are still, it's probably not worth it. It's probably not worth it at this point in time. You think about what you could spend that money in, or that money on. Think about what you could put that money towards if it wasn't cryptocurrency. Is there something you could be doing with that, maybe $1,000, that could earn you that money in the space of 4 months? You know, as opposed to this. Like, even if you work 40 hours a week, is there, you know, there must be something that you can spend that money on that can earn you that back and more within the space of 4 months. I guess that's a sort of a grasping at straws, isn't it? Because that was the whole attraction of cryptocurrency. You just pay for it and then it increases and you sell out. And we just don't have that anymore. Cryptocurrency is, it's kind of dying a little bit, at least in a to get rich quick scheme kind of way. You know, there's lots of improvements, like, let's check on BTC transactions and see if we've got any increase. Can you use Bitcoin in shops? Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. So Apple doesn't accept that and hasn't since 2014. Oh no, hang on, it does now. They have got it back. That's fine. So we're seeing slowly more of a we're seeing more organizations become more cozy with cryptocurrencies, but I think it's to a lesser extent like the whole entire amount is more just the few that really matter, like Bitcoin and Ethereum. I know Ethereum's had a bit of crap time about it as well, but I mean Bitcoin's gone down more than Ethereum has. You look at this tomorrow as well. And again, this was on the when was this recorded? This was 1st of August. So you'll probably look at this and think, huh, but everything's green today when you're seeing this, because that's how volatile cryptocurrency is. For all I know, it's gone up in value since I made this video. It probably has. That's how stocks work, you know. There's cycles. So it'll be low at the moment, but then it'll increase later on. But just be wary with cryptocurrency. Like, even if you see like really positive things about cryptocurrency where it's up 40% in some markets and stuff, it's kind of manipulative, because it's saying, hey, this one cryptocurrency went up over a month, but if you do short-term trading, like there's no way to have known why, apart from like a Coinbase. I guess there was with Stellar. Stellar got accepted into a market, XLM. So Stellar got listed onto Coinbase. And that's fine. That's why. Please, just if you're gonna trade in cryptocurrency, just do something like what I do it, and then don't go for like 100% gains. Go for like daily gains. If you're gonna use the Binance app. So there's, you know, go here, and you can go and download it for iOS or Android, and then what you have there is a way of just trading between Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Stellar, and Binance Coin and stuff, and you can see gains. But it has to be small. Not big. Okay, remember. Small and steady, or slow and steady, is better than going all in and losing it all.